Good morning, Vietnam. Good morning, Russia. Good morning to both Americas. That is, the Union and the Confederates. We can all stop being either politically correct or racist for a little while we watch the Zan Show. I ain't got no students today, so while I hadn't planned on doing a show, I said, fuck it, let's do one. Somebody just messaged me, they may have to wait a minute. I'm guessing that is Katie Abbott, a good comrade of mine. Katie, you will probably have less respect for me after you watch this episode, so please don't watch it. Actually, none of you should really watch it, but I hope you do. Oh yes, guys. Alright, kiddies, you know what we're talking about today? You've waited a long time for this. We are going to talk about drugs. I will start with light ones. Now, you might have been told at one time that marijuana is bad, okay? Oh, fuck, I nailed my fucking toe. Yeah, don't spit, guys, it's disgusting. And you might fuck it up. Even if you are a Chinese, or half a Chinese like me, you could still fuck it up. Anyway, drugs, marijuana. Now, I do wish that I could attain that first high I got. Even when I took a good year off from smoking, I didn't quite attain the same kind of high that would take me to a place called Guayado. La 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 la. Guayado. La 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 la. Guayado. La 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 la. Esta mena tu sabena. Esta mena tu sabena. Esta mena tu esta mena tu esta mena tu sabena. Woo! It will be on the Magadan album, don't worry, you'll hear a proper version of it. Well, thankfully, at least in the case of marijuana, the Americans, if nobody else, are moving in the right direction. Like the Dutch. At one point, my fellow Russians, god damn it, were moving in the right direction as well, but now Putin has thrown in his lot with the reactionaries, so what can we do? But, yeah, no matter what they told you in there, you will not overdose on marijuana. It's impossible. So, I didn't tell you this, but smoke up. Fuck it. Now, alcohol. Just a little more destructive. Okay, a lot more. Don't get me wrong, I love vodka. Anyone who has seen me at an Ellis Ashbrook or Left Hand Dows or Ryan Jackson Troika show knows this. But even I must advocate, go easy on it. Otherwise you could end up like me, which is awesome, but don't. Now, Mushrooms. Honestly, I have not done those since summer 2006. I did some after the release party for the Unspoken album. Great album. Luke, I thank you for saving my ass on mixing and mastering that one. I still listen to it today. It's a good album. The Broken Machine album that was done around the same time, I did not produce that, and neither did they. There's still some good stuff on it, though, don't get me wrong. I still like it. But mushrooms. You should try them. Once, at least. Maybe more. I mean, I ate mushrooms and wrote a song which paid for a year at the Berklee College of Music, which is extremely expensive. Very expensive, but paid for a year of it. As soon as the comrade for the scholarship committee got the mushroom smile when that main riff kicked in, oh, that was a great moment. It was. So, but if you do mushrooms, do not take a 1/4 ounce to your head. Trust me, you don't want to do it. Now, I got a great song out of it, which will be on the next album, but I mean, my poor mother had to hold me, for fuck's sake. That's how fucking freaked out I was. So, be careful. You know, just do a gram at a time. You can always add more. You can't really subtract, and it lasts a while. But it doesn't last quite as long as the infamous LSD. Woo! Wah, 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 wah. Now, I never actually had a bad experience on LSD myself, but it's possible you could. So, if you do it, please make sure that you're in a good, safe place with people who are either tripping themselves or who are sympathetic and kind-hearted as well. And then you'll have a great time. I have written some very good stuff on LSD, I just don't remember it. So keep a tape or hard disk nowadays recorder around you. Ooh, and I think I just killed this cigarette, so better get another one. Some of you may count cigarettes among drugs too. Now, I will say, if you do not smoke cigarettes, don't bother. They're really not worth it. But, oh my God, if I don't get my fix, I will be the biggest fucking prick. Okay, the ash is off of there now. Yeah, cigarettes, they're smelly, they're messy. They don't get you high or anything. They're just very addictive. I'll get into addictive substances right now. Okay. Cocaine. Now, I'm sure you've heard, you know, you do a single little key bump and you're hooked. I never had such a problem. I've done a few binges in my life. I have. I had a great time. But the nice thing about... Someone's messaging me again. I'll have to get back to you in a moment. Please be patient. Oof. And don't mind my nasty teeth, please. I plan on getting them replaced soon, though I will admit I'm scared to death of opiates, which I'll get into in a moment. But we're still on the cocaine right now. Now, it's the main problem with that stuff is it's very expensive. The good thing is, even if you've been on a binge, you can sleep through the withdrawal. And it's got such a short half-life that within a day or two, you're good as new, pretty much. Your nostrils might hurt a bit, but it could be worse. Even so, use sparingly. You will break your motherfucking bank account very quickly if you let it get out of hand. Take some time off from it. It's not that hard. It's not that easy, but it's not that hard. Now, we get into the real deal. Opiates. Now, I was unfortunate enough to arrive back in Florida just in time for the infamous pill epidemic. I see comrades up here paying $30 fucking for one. We used to get them for like 10. Which was awesome for maybe that evening, but oh my god, it turned into a monster. I won't lie to you. Opiates, especially if you put them straight into your fucking arm, you may have heard that it's better than sex. You may have heard that it's even better than sex with someone you very, very much love. It's true. It is. I won't lie to you. I'll tell you the truth. The truth that your dare officer would have never told you. There is no better feeling than shooting up. There isn't. It's amazing. It is. The problem is, aside from, the addiction and the withdrawal, which is horrible, it's illegal and therefore kind of expensive. Perhaps someday, such pure, beautiful, unconditional, well, okay, it's conditional, but it's love just the same, or an approximation of it, an approximation that's better than the original. It may be legal. It may be considered a birthright. But humanity's not that civilized yet. So, for now, if you do such things, you will get in trouble. Now, if you've found yourself kind of stuck on that, it's not even like you're getting high anymore, but if you don't have your fix, you're going to get horribly sick. Be careful with the Suboxone, the Methadone, or the Imodium and Cimetidine solutions. They work. The last one I mentioned is over-the-counter, no less, and it works, but don't stay on it too long. At some point, you are going to have to pay the piper, to an extent anyway. If you can taper, if you can discipline yourself to taper, yes, do it. Especially if you've got shit to do, you know, you can't afford to take a few days, a week, or whatever off. Just acknowledge and accept the fact that you're going to feel like shit for a while. But as much as it pains me to say it, you can't do this shit forever. Believe me, I wish I could. I mean, even now, I've been off the ship for like 3 years. I still miss it in a way. I do. But you can't. You can't. If you insist upon indulging, please, if you're going to do it, whatever, but you must put a few days in between each time you do it. Even then, you might be looking for trouble. But if you do it every day, you're fucked. I lost a couple years of my life. I know others that lost their lives. Just be fucking careful. Same with benzos. I know. They make you feel good. Believe me, I know. You have to control yourself. And the come down from benzos is potentially lethal. People can and do die from it. However, if you are able to indulge in everything I've mentioned here, oh yes, and gabapentin too, be careful of that shit. I don't care what the fucking official records say, that stuff is fucking insanely addictive, I don't know. I'll get on your case if you pronounce arigato, arigatos, or karaoke. I'll fucking kill you if you do the fucking latter. And while we're on the topic of drugs, it's tourniquet, not tourniquet. Let's have some culture, people. Even if you must be a junkie, be a cultured junkie. Put a few days in between your indulgences, if you must do them. And if you're hooked, well, you heard what I said earlier. Just don't do anything, really, anything 2 or more days in a row. Just don't. I'm not one to tell you to not party a bit. I'm generally against profiling, but fucking look at me. Just guys, please be careful. Please. Don't get yourself into fucking trouble, okay? I know. The world is a fucking terrible place. Even those we care about have the potential to hurt us. Perhaps to hurt us the most. Drugs can and do make life more bearable, but please be careful. That's basically it. Just please be fucking careful. Alright? Alright. Thank you for tuning in. I hope to see you alive and well and not hooked on anything for many decades to come. До свидания, товарищи.